There we go. Hi. Uh, Playing Bastion. So it took me a little bit. I was having trouble getting stuff set up. Uh, but I finally convinced OBS to stream it, so I'll play this for a bit.
Proper story is supposed to start at the beginning. Ain't so simple with this one. Now here's a kid whose whole world got all twisted, leaving him stranded on a rock in the sky. He gets up, sets off for the bastion, where everyone agreed to go in case of trouble. Ground forms up under his feet as if pointing away. He don't stop to wonder why.
I'm not sure if this
Finds his lifelong friend just lying in the road.
plays better than, or plays
Well,
better
it's
with
a
a
touching
mouse or
reunion.
controller. We'll see. If I end up having trouble, I might,
He sees what's left of the rippling walls. Years of work undone in an instant. In the calamity.
what was I saying? I might switch to controller later, I'm not sure. It's been a long time since I played this game, but I remember it,
That a survivor? No, ma'am. It's a gas fella. Forced out from underground. Kid pops him good. Fella got a piece of him, though.
this game was really, important to me when I was younger. I watched, someone do a playthrough of it. I think it's heavily influenced my art style and things I make.
An old repeater falls out of the sky. Ain't a gift from the gods, but it'll have to do. Gotta hold her still to spin up the chamber.
And the fun thing about Bastion is, pretty much have these, like, you're constantly sort of flipping between, like, two weapons.
Kid's worked up quite a thirst by now, so that fountain looks real inviting. Sometimes you just need a drink. A school of squirts tunnels up around him. Must have fled here from the mines. He sets foot inside one of Celandia's famous watering holes. Inside's old Rondi, the bartender. The calamity got him before his drinking did. Then Kid finds his trusty shield.
I might have to flip that around.
The security takes him for a petty thief. Clang. Shield saves his hide. Windbags start turning up for last call.
There we go.
More squirts start coming out of the woodwork. A Big old fella pops out in front of the kid. Kid sees the way to the bastion out the window. It's a bit of a drop.
It's a classic, innit?
He gets a good look at things on his way down. He lands on top of a breaker's bow, and it ain't broke. Kid spies a good perch for some target practice. He knows he should draw the string all the way back.
You very much feel like where
The kid pockets a memento from a breaker, once the fastest man in the land.
you can very much feel like where Bastion is like in the blood of games like Hades. Oh, Transistor is the game they made after this.
Good news is the emergency defenses still work. Bad news is they're aiming for the kid.
God. Terrible at pairing. I need to swap that around. Yeah, that's better. Oh, thank you!
Picks up a few pointers from a dusty old tome. He's a mighty fast learner.
You telling off. Big fan of the bow.
He finds the distillery, right next to the arsenal. Tough part of town. One sip of the spirits in that distillery, and the kid'll feel like a new man.
This
The
is
arsenal's where the kid can pick the best tools for the job.
the equipment system for the game. You get 2 weapons. I'm gonna switch back to the Fang Repeater because I kind of prefer that. I also get a special ability. Perfect.
Some of them squirts birthing like crazy in a couple of corn bins. And then
Oop,
he
shit.
falls to his death. I'm just
Something
fooling.
texted me. It's gonna... I will need to be right back. Sorry to do this like immediately as stream starts. I was just asked to do something. Shouldn't take too long though. There we go. Should be that handled. Sorry about that. Things are streaming properly. Which seems like it is. Good.
An old ferry barge sends the kid on his way. The bastion's real close now. Kid better watch his step.
God damn it. God. Alright, be right back again. Hopefully this should be the last time. Alright, I'm back, hopefully, for the final time. Also, fuck yeah. I love Bastion, or, yeah, Transistor. I don't think do I own I think I do own Transistor. I need to replay that as well. Yes. We're streaming it, because I was having issues with OBS earlier. Yes, we are. Perfect.
Kid takes a chunk of alloy. The smell of barley and spoiled blueberries fills the air. Scumbags. Kid maybe shouldn't have done what he just did. Bad time to run out of black tonic.
Damn it.
Robs a scumbag of his last meal. Kid puts him out of his misery.
My chat isn't updating for some reason. One moment. Why is my phone be doing that? He's having a lot of issues. There we go. Okay, now we should be good.
He finds the core to the Wharf District. He steals the city's heart. Might as well. Kid has a feeling he better get a move on. The place is starting to fall. See, that core Kid took was the only thing making this particular rock stay afloat. Kid just keeps running. At last, the skyway's in sight. Whisks him where he needs to go. Now the kid sees something stranger still. His mind races. Did anybody else survive? Sure enough, he finds another. He finds me. We talk for a spell. There's a bit of the Bastion's power in that crest, enough to point the way to the cores. All I tell him is to set that core of his on the monument there, then watch. And just like that, the Bastion comes alive. Starts growing again, growing stronger. Kid's gotta put its power to good use. Now the Bastion can send him even farther into the wild unknown. Kid ponders what to build.
So this is the other main sort of mechanic of Bastion. Is you're sort of wandering around do stuff. Every time you come back to the Bastion, just Hop World, which sick name drop. Let's go. You come back to the you come back and you add a little section.
The Bastion's a place of peace, but we can hold our own if we have to.
You slowly upgrade things.
A repeater goes with a hammer better than a box of nails.
Eventually we'll get like little buildings as we progress things.
Kid don't know what's out there waiting for him. The Skyway. Now the kid can ride the wind to distant lands.
Let's see. Let's go here before we do the bow challenge.
Now he lands at the intersection between bad and wrong. Ought to be a core down one of these twisted streets. But which one? Up north is where the gas fella foreman used to live, tending to his flock.
There we go.
Keeps telling himself he better watch his step. Know why gas fellas all dress alike? Kids wondering the same thing. And there it is, but it's locked down tight in an alloy cage. A blustery old foreman's keeping his fellas in check, almost like he's showboating for the crowd. And now there's a new marshal in town.
I'm gonna check over here first before I grab this. 'Cause I think there's a path over this way. I don't want to miss anything.
He heads for the east side, where windbags used to keep the local forge. They ain't pleased. No coal or alloy left to pay him for their efforts. Inside the forge, Key can fine-tune those instruments of his.
Let's see. Do I want more damage or do I want crit chance?
Kid's lifelong friends looking fit to keep on fighting.
So each weapon has 3 upgrades, and you can pick one or the other. He needs a little bit more money. Just fighting shit for a little bit.
The rest of the path is gone for good, and his city crest won't bring it back.
I'm certain I can get enough to...
Odd place to find the likes of Percy the Snitch.
Oh no. Oops, shit. I didn't mean to do that. Yeah, maybe I won't be able to upgrade the bow. Whatever, that's fine. He hears the whole place groan, but it's too tough to fall. Might as well check the other side streets before leaving this hole. He heads for the biggest dump in town, Scumbag Alley. Some scumbag still feeding off the city's own trash. And there he is, the oldest scumbag of them all, Gershel.
Calamity ain't done much for Gershel's sunny disposition.
There we go. Oh, you're still alive?
They always said old Gershel wouldn't go without a fight.
Perfect. That, I should be able to upgrade my repeater. I guess not. I guess it's for something else. Whatever. What do I want to spend it on?
With a good length of meat-gut, that bow's like new again. He comes back, just like I knew he would. The core hums in his pack. The monument's calling for it. The windbags used to be alright. Then the Calamity took the floor out from under him. Ain't always much to say. Come on, give the little tyke a break.
Oh yeah. Stick this in here.
Kid does it again. Only fair he decides what we build next.
I love my favorite thing about this game is like the world building. You got a little bit with the forge earlier. Where
Makes time to sample spirits from my personal supply.
what was I gonna say? You heard it a little bit earlier with some of the stuff about the windbags and how they're sort of incorporated into society, where they're like sort of lower level workers. Zealandia is a very interesting setting. I love it so much. Grab that.
Where whiskey has no scent, but tastes like a peppered boot heel, it's not for everyone. Picked up traces of other cores while the kid was out.
Actually. I'm gonna just swap back out for the bow. Since I just upgraded it, I kinda wanna use it.
Ain't much kid can't handle with hammer and bow in hand.
So since I wanna try this.
The breakers used to come here for target practice. Used to play a little game. See who could bust the most targets and the fewest shots. He's focused, he's armed, and he's off. perfect shot just happens in a flash. Kid ain't done bad at all. Kid ain't had enough of the Breakers' barracks. Takes practice, and a mighty strong bow helps too. Puts on the right solid performance.
Oh, my mic was muted this entire time. Sorry. Yeah. I nearly had it there. It's just like a matter of like getting this lined up. Uh, damn it. Oh. I think the game crashed. That's unfortunate. Let's see if I can get it to relaunch. Hopefully this isn't a consistent issue.
He returns with some of the materials we need.
Ah, did it? Damn, that's annoying. Or no, did I get the forge? No, I got the distillery. Okay, that's fine. I didn't lose too much. Let's go peek back over here, see if anything changes. Damn it. We give it a few more tries. If I don't manage to get it, then I might go do something else for a while and then come back to the. God damn it! Just too busy yapping. Go progress a little bit elsewhere in the game, then come back once I have my bow a bit more upgraded. There we go. Nearly had it. I'm so close. I just need to. I just need to get the timing right. Nice thing about these proving grounds is that it's good practice with the weapons. Use the timings. Leslie. Fuck. Nearly got it. I was so goddamn close. And back to fucking up again. little bit early, but that's fine.
He's feeling real proud of that show.
There we go. Breaker volley.
I almost don't believe it when he says he passed the Breaker's challenge.
Let's see. I'll try this one out for a bit. See how this one works. Alright, let's see. Melting path or sundown path? Let's go to melting pot.
In better days, the melting pot was sealed tighter than the skin on a squirt. Of all the plans to survive the calamity, it had to be stab weeds. Blasted things hurt like a broken heart.
Alright, so with I think something nasty is the repeater I upgraded him.
If there's a core, he figures it ought to be deeper down. Core stuck inside one of those fancy cages. Some of the stuff lying around is downright dangerous.
I guess I'm not trying that out.
He throws a switch. Now what could possibly go wrong? Quite a bit, as it turns out. The cage starts lifting from the core ever so slow. All Kid can do is wait. Shipments start falling in. Not every squirt's born bad. Some spring to the Kid's defense. Judging by the movement of the cage, it's gonna take a little while. Scumbags don't take kindly to interlopers. Even some gas fellas take his corner. Heard he popped that mean old foreman. At this rate, maybe 5 more minutes, maybe 30, hard to tell. Squirts get real territorial around the core. Then a shipment of free samples shows up. ain't all bad, as the kid finds some spices from the motherland. Tax-free. One thing's for sure, that cage is awful heavy. It's a troublesome scene, to be sure. Moments left, and the core goes free. 10, 9, 8, 7. You give or take a few seconds. Finally, the core's within reach. And done. He's got it. Just gotta get to the nearest barge.
That went well.
I still remember the look on his face after that one. The old world's finished, but the new world's just getting started. Folks voyaged across the boundless sea to found Caelondia. It was good living here for a while.
There we go.
A lot of things need fixing up in this world, and we can start right here. Kid packs a special surprise in every one of those arrows. Turns out those old bones still have some spark in them.
There we go. I love the music in this game.
Couples
So
used
good.
to walk the sundown path. Kid ain't here for pleasure, though. But then, somebody gets to the core before the kid. The floor starts giving way under the lightest step. The single panic squirt could bring the whole place down. So could a reckless kid, for that matter. Quick and careful is the only way to go. Fragments of the old world rain from the sky. Stray valuables are lying everywhere. Kid thinks twice about risking his hide for him, though.
Nah, we got this.
Well, the path ain't exactly open to visitors no more. Security's all fired up. See, the path was intended for leisurely strolling and such. Not so much for noise and tomfoolery. Sky bridges link the path together. One of them bridges whips the kid along.
Careful.
Finds a spyglass, like the ones they'd use to search the stars. Air travel always was an iffy proposition. The calamity changed everything, even where the wind blows. Well, if we mastered the winds in the old days, we can do it again. But the question is, who else could have taken the core? Well, ain't no survivor stole the thing. Scumbag ate it by mistake. Tough break. Unlike the kid, that core ain't coming back.
Ooh, that was a good shot. Perfect, perfect, perfect.
No, they used to ship live munitions down the path. Find time to find them. These wires to toss those things plenty far away. Even gas fellas need some shut-eye from time to time. They get real cranky when you wake them up.
There we go. Now, there should be a path over here, by the looks of it. Aha! Thank you, game.
In all his toil, Kid keeps coming back to an overwhelming question. Who else could have survived the calamity? So he didn't find the core that time, but that ain't about to stop us. We could always see the stars. We just never could reach them, no matter how high we build. Sometimes a single look says it all. Squirt cider will toughen you right up. Too bad about the musty aftertaste.
I remember this one being really hard. Let me make sure. Did I get any more nasty things? Okay. Let's make sure I equip finger repeater. Grab bolt burst as well. Should hopefully make my life a little bit easier if I'm allowed to use it for the challenge.
No place better than Trapper Shingle for learning to tread light and shoot straight. Trappers had to tread real careful here, else take a nasty fall. They train themselves by clearing out the targets, while not clearing out the floor. Any good trapper knows never to take a step till the time is right. Most trappers couldn't get through without a few scrapes.
Damn it.
A decent trapper wouldn't walk away empty-handed.
Alright,
To think a rickety place like the Shingle survived, when so little else did.
see if I can get a little upgrade for the...
That ought to make those fangs sink in nice and deep.
Should hopefully make it a little bit easier. Assuming it uses the upgraded one I grabbed.
Kid decides to keep working his aim and footwork on the Shingle. Best time to pick a new spot was when swapping magazines. Damn it. Oh, I was close though. I'll do this a couple more times. I'm
less annoyed if I can't get this one on. Yeah, I don't think I'm getting this. Not super miffed about that. Let's do this other one. I think this may. I think this is a machete.
Windbag Ranch was
this is one of
built
my
for gathering
favorites,
squirt extract in
weapon-wise.
copious supply. Ain't nothing more healthful.
Yeah, machete.
Some folks showed up to make a fast buck with nothing but a knife. Slippery little devils. Other folks came to train their throwing arms. Wouldn't be surprised if I'm not getting a prize on this one. Still others use the place to test their finest blades.
Come on. Fuck you.
Kid cuts all of them down soon enough.
Yeah, I don't think I'm getting that. I gotta second something sharp. I can come back to this.
Kid comes back from Windbag Ranch, smelling good and ripe.
Let's see. Let's go to Hanging Gardens.
The dead welcome him with open arms. The calamity took everybody after all. Kid sees it plain, frozen faces all around. These folks never saw the calamity coming, but someone did. Someone close. Someone who ain't like Mr. Beckley and his kindly wife.
I might actually restart this one because I remembered just now that they give extra dialogue when you smash a corpse.
Now here's what really happened in the Hanging Gardens. The calamity took everybody after all. Kid sees it plain, frozen faces all around. You don't much care to see him. Not like this. These folks never saw the calamity coming, but someone did. Someone close. Someone who ain't like Mr. Beckley and his kindly wife. It was someone like him.
Survivor.
Kid sees him there agape, in the flesh. It's a snag or two trying to get to him. He ain't about to stop, no matter what. He's got so many questions after all. Just ain't got time for answers. The Thunder brothers didn't make it. They never saw what it was like beyond the walls. Nordy the bird boy didn't make it. The Jawsons, they didn't make it. Grady Sr., Grady Jr., they didn't make it. But him, he survived. Kid finds proof enough that man ain't from around here. Just think, without that man, we wouldn't be here right now, would we? The Corps survived as well. kid does what he has to do. And then... what do you say to a man who's seen too much? Kid hasn't a clue, but he says this. We have to go. Please. He's a proper gentleman, that man. His name is Zulf. No hiding he's an Ura. Folks like him ain't never been a common sight in Caelondia. He's relieved to see a living face or two. The kid and I introduce ourselves in kind. Both to him and to each other for the first time. We fought the Ura decades ago, but that was then. Things are different between us now. For Zulf, Caelondia was like a second home. He's real worried about his first home, too. Far to the east. Zulf offers to help me plot the skyways for the kid. At least the calamity hasn't touched the stars, he says. He was born in the Tazzle terminals. The Ura sent him on a mission of peace to our city, and he's lived here ever since. Kid says hello, but Zulf's lost in thought. What else is there to say? The cores. They remember. That's why this place is coming together. That's why things are gonna be alright. Well, look what we have here.
The memorial or lost and found? I think lost and found.
The lost and found. Here, kid takes fragments of the old world and makes them whole again.
It's like a little shop. When you buy stuff. So I could, if I bought this, actually.
All it takes is some fragments, and the bastion makes it good as new.
Also lets me grab mementos I might have missed when going through a thing. We all lost loved ones in the calamity, he says. I don't know how I'm gonna go on without mine. I try to let the kid down gently. This is the bastion, all right. Except no one else showed up. All right, I think that was in the first mission. I must have missed it. Okay, I'll have to do some more stuff.
We tracked down a couple more cores near the edge of the city.
Alright, let's do this one.
There's only one way to Cinderbrick Fort. The hard way. Sure, the city marshals may be gone, but now the fort's crawling with windbags.
Here we go.
The calamity was mercy for normal folks. The windbags ain't so lucky. been left to freeze or starve or face the kid. Good thing the windbags don't know kids fresh out of health tonics. Well, windbags young and old keep fighting for the fort. At least the marshals left the kid a parting gift.
Revolver time.
Something the windbags just can't
Second
handle.
time, I guess.
Something that'll punch clean through their greasy hides. Windbags ain't much different from normal folks. All they want's a warm place to stay and a decent meal. The calamity drove the windbags topside. A lot of them wound up here in this very fort. Could have been minding the business underground like in the old days. Windbags can't use the marshal supplies, but the kid sure can.
Grenade. Whoops. Owie.
As for the windbags, Cinderbrick gave them enough heat and metal to munch on for a while.
Oh. Hi, Sin City. Hope you're doing well. Out here playing Bastion. Hope you're doing well, Sin.
Well, the fort ain't theirs by right. Can't blame them for wanting it, though. So many of those sorry things holed up inside that old fort.
think I'm loving the shotgun. Real. I think my first experience with this game was watching, I can't remember who it was, but someone from the Oxcast was playing it.
Kids blasting everything in sight with that newfangled musket.
There we go.
Kids stash grenades as their form if things get even worse. Security's plane gone haywire. Windbags gummed up the works. Kid ain't afraid of getting burned. They trapped the kid in the middle of the fort's parade grounds. Then they bring out Glutus and Glandon and all their scumbag uncles. They got something to gain, and only their sorry hides to lose. Kid takes down Glutus, or maybe it was Glandon. The other big fella soon joins his brother, wherever they are now. The windbags finally get the message.
Ooh.
Kid used to dream of getting a marshal's badge, but not like this.
Nice.
The Skyway's a welcome sight after all that. And now ain't nothing left for nobody down at Cinderbrick Fort.
I'll be streaming for a little bit, so I hope I can give you good entertainment.
Kid shows up just as Ulf's telling me about his own journey to the city. Seems the only thing the Calamity saved for Zulf was his smoking pipe. The marshals seem like good men, he says. They treated him with dignity. Zulf brought his antique smoking pipe all the way from the terminals. Even since the Ura surrendered to us, the marshals kept a wary eye on him.
Let's see, what should I grab? I'll grab that.
Hearty punch is so zesty, it'll let you carry on through the worst of times.
Pet the little creature. No shotgun skill. Oh, when did I get the fucking machete? Alright. I remember getting that.
Anything survives a musket shot ought to be quick work for that blade.
Alright, let's see.
The little Zolwood oil and that blade shines like a light. War machetes are so quick, you gotta keep a good grip on them.
It's not upgrade material for the blunderbuss yet.
Zolf's travels ain't much compared to what the kids had to go through for all this. The memorial. Here a kid can pay respect to the old world and earn it in kind. The valediction. Just another one of my sketches. Nothing more. Words can't express what happened, but they're all I got.
Alright, let's see. Yeah, let's go to something coarse.
Finders keepers.
I got one of these as well. Swap that out for bastion bourbon. Make my life a little bit easier.
Poor kid collapses after just one drag. The past. Only good thing ever come out of the past is history.
I'd love to have like a roleplay based off this game. Or just like inspired by the setting, because like it's such a vibe.
Catches up with the kid. Hardly had a moment's rest since all this started. Fair to say he's led a hard life, supposing what he says in his sleep ain't no lie. He never knew his old man, but he had his mama to take care of. Frail thing with pure white hair like his. Having his mama's hair did the kid no favors while he was growing up, but he learned to hold his own out there. School ain't working out, so the kid signs up for a turn on the rippling walls. Make his mama some money.
Holy shit.
Anyway.
Fucking hell.
Thanks to folks like the kid, the walls kept Ceylondia safe from whatever's out there. The elements, the Ura, you name it. Once the kid done his time, he hurried on home. Turns out his mama's time was done too. The city had nothing for him. The money he'd been sending home was nowhere to be found either. So what'd the kid do? Why, he went right on back to the walls for another 5 years. In the history of Ceylondia, nobody's ever volunteered for a second shift on the walls. Out there, kid learned to fend for himself. Learn to build. Learn to break.
I think this is the furthest I've ever gotten on this my own.
In time, the kid earned good standing with the marshals. They trusted him to scout out farther than anybody. One night, on one of his expeditions, the ground beneath him shuddered, cracked, and split apart. He saw nothing where the world used to be. The calamity happened just like that.
There we go.
All the kid had to work with was his hammer and the clothes on his back. Through twisted streets, he ran with nothing but the city crest and an old stranger's voice to guide him. Willie finally arrived at Ceylondia's vaunted safe haven. He and no one else. But then, all they got was more thankless work from a man who ain't even asked his name. Sure, I may be the one who dreamt up the walls and the bastion, but the kid made them real, not me.
Damn it.
I'd like to say I'll never forget him, or what he's doing, what he's done. I surely would.
That was hard. Ugh, I don't think I've ever beaten that. Now I got good monies to use. Let's see.
You want to tune a scrap musket, you start with the barrel. It wasn't fixed, it was unbroken.
Yeah, I need a little bit more. Whatever. Alright, what can I do? Let's get this one.
Ever felt a Zolwood gourd? Like picking up broken glass barehanded. At Zolwood Grove, marshals learned to make every shot count. The trick was to pop all those nasty gourds without wasting ammo. Most marshals didn't get far on their first few tries. Had to catch a bunch of those gourds in a single shot.
Okay.
Funny thing about muskets is they work best up close. It took a keen eye, not an itchy trigger finger.
Something fell, something coarse. 15 shots if you... Okay, I could probably get this one. I'm gonna retool my shotgun for wider spread, because I think that'll help.
Marshals did more than just stand around shooting, of course.
Switching for the smooth bore.
Kid takes a little personal time for just him and his favorite musket. Plenty of gourds to go around. even now. Marshals like to fine-tune their muskets to get better results.
Nah. Might be better with the
The orchard grew over
the
so
tighter
quick,
spread.
the marshals made it worth clearing out. Nah. I think I'm gonna have an easier time with this tighter spread. I think it was right the first time. Alright, let's try this one more time. Ah, that was a good one. Alright. Okay. Put this together. Damn it. Oh, I might have fucked up. Now we're good. The best of the best cleared the course in just a few shots.
Scrap solo.
Kid probably could have made himself marshal one day.
Let's see. Let's go to the orchard.
No use praying to the gods these days. No time for it either. Folks used to make pilgrimage here to pay their respects to Pith, the bull. Well, the gods are long gone now, and the orchard core is long gone too. Seems Pith ain't much of a watchdog. Pith stood for something once. Something real. In time, though, the bull stopped being a symbol and started being decoration. He couldn't even save his loyal subjects. Pith makes a decent scarecrow, at least. Then Pith lights up like a rodeo. Ain't easy punching through his hide. Kid breaks him to bits. Must have been guarding that shrine. So what'll it be? Invoke the gods, or tell them off? Pith.
One of my favorite things about the lore of this game is that all the gods are two-faced. Pith is the god of order, but they're also the god of commotion. They are their main attribute, but they also represent their absence. I always really like that in gods, because you don't see it too much. Usually it's just like, oh, this is the god of light and the god of darkness. I like the idea of the god of light also being the god of darkness, because like, I feel like that makes something interesting.
Kid decides to press his luck. Well, if the gods are alive, they must be plenty sore.
The whole two sides of the same coin thing.
Kid ain't never seen windbags that quick. Maybe old Pith put a scare in him. The gods ain't gonna catch you if you fall.
I am misremembering. So, hello. Kid passes Pith's trial, and he's richer for it. The gods don't care about trinkets, but the kid ain't no god. Kid ain't found a core, but at least he found Zolf's precious shrine. Pith Orchard. Place is a dead end in more ways than one.
Now we can build a shrine of our own, though I got some alternatives in mind. Zolf doesn't touch the thing. Says the god of commotion is no children's toy. Zolf's the talkative sort. At least he used to be. The Ura feared the gods. We turned them into toys, put their faces on our walls.
Alright, give me a shotgun.
The marshals learned to pack those shells full of fire. If you're feeling low, count on the buttery flavor of our own bastion bourbon.
Let's see.
The Gravers, the arm of justice. They seemed unstoppable.
Let's do the bulwark.
The accused always got a fair shake in Zealandia. Some used to take the bullhead trial. Survive the trial without taking a scratch, you'd walk away a free man.
I am not good at this. Come on.
The bullhead trial taught folks 3 things. First, a good defense is a good offense.
I gotta redo that.
Court is back in session for the kid.
I could have done that
Old
better.
ritual for when folks believed there was this godlike bull watching over them. Had to make do with nothing but a shield.
Come on. There we go.
Trial pushed many a man to his limits. The smarter ones knew when to just step aside and let things go. kid makes it out in one piece.
Well, I tried. Yeah, no way. I used to get a reward for
Well, the
for
kid
trying.
always wanted to compete in the bullhead trial.
Let's see.
Points just don't get any sharper than that.
All right.
The Langston River flowed free and wild till the calamity drank it all up. Maybe all that water just grew wings and flew off. Riverbanks swarming with windbags. They're so bent on finding the core, they hardly notice the kid. Lucky for him, a certain famous ferry barge is still afloat. Weepin' Nellie. She sends some squirts crying home as she leaves port. Maybe Nellie knows the way to the core. Maybe she can slip right past all the clamor on the coast. Or maybe not. The security skiff pulls up portside. Nellie's just another windbag to those guns. Just then, the windbags notice who she's sailing with.
Oh, shit.
They try to cut her off. They try to slow her down. They try to knock her out. Well, Weepin' Nellie tries harder. Try as she might, though, she hits a snag. Kid's gotta help her get untangled. Favors for favors.
I'll take that. Nice.
At least she picked a good spot for a break, 'cause the core's right there.
I want to check this first. Looking for this.
Then the kid hears an unusual sound. like 100 flapping wings. They've been watching his every move. They had their own eyes on the core. But why? Well, kid ain't got time to think it over just yet. He finds Weeping Nellie raring to go. Turns out she's got a special surprise for when the waters get rough. She's gonna need a little help with all them peckers. Crafty things think
God,
they're
that was
king
the
of the
narrator.
roost now. Rest of us only wish we could fly in times like these.
Is this skeet shooting? It's at least hunting with birdshot.
Security skiffs keep on coming, starboard side. Don't seem to care what they shoot, as long as they hit something. The windbag's getting even better idea. They aim to smash Weeping Nellie to splinters. Well, it all proves too much for poor Nellie. She's just gotta make one last stop. With her last breath, Nellie gets the kid to solid ground. Solid ground in Pecker country. Seems the calamity ain't hurt the Peckers' appetites. They want that core real bad. Might be they want it just as bad as a kid. Kid shoos him off, knowing they'll be back. Know how many times Kid nearly fell off the barge back there? 3 times.
Oh yeah, I forgot to count it. That's fun.
Now, listen close. You should remember this next part.
Alright.
Why go to Prosper Bluff? Used to take an enterprising man or a plain old fool to venture out that far. The city was the most beautiful place in the world. We all knew that. But on the other hand, some folks just yearn to see the things they're told they can't.
Ow.
And that's why you go to Prosper Bluff, ain't it? There the kid hears something he ain't heard in a long while. How's it go again? Yeah, that's the one.
Ah, shit. did not work like that. Here we are. Murder. Bird.
Well, no point explaining what happens next, right? Suffice it to say, kid ain't coming home empty-handed. And besides, it's like the song goes. They'll be here before too long. We darn near celebrated when the kid got back, didn't we? Zolf never thought he'd see a fellow Ura again. We become fast friends. Calamity has that effect on people.
I love her harp.
But there was more to be done. There was one last core to find. If only I'd known half the secrets of the Calamity were tucked away in that book, I'd have worked to translate it right away. Most of the Ura never got a taste of Caelandia's fine goods, unless they were born and raised in the city like Zia here. Sure, the world's all gone to pieces farther than the eye can see, but leave it to this gal to point out the amazing view. Girl tried to run away from home one time, but the marshals stopped that, didn't they? So many secrets in there and she can't even read it. Her father's own journal. A scientific journal written in Zolf's native tongue. He learned so much from it. Too much.
Alright,
Kid's surprised when I tell him there's only one core left. I shouldn't have believed it either.
there you go.
Behold, the Pantheon. A Kobe. The gods never liked competing for people's affections.
Let's see. Damn, still not enough. Still level 4 either.
We tracked the final core beyond the city to the wilds. The wild unknown. Place can eat a man alive. Place is so raw, even the Calamity couldn't cook it. Not all of it.
Sorry, I need to check something real quick.
Know what's better than having a slinger pistol in a fight? Having two. Savage things lurking at every turn. Pin cushions ain't the worst of it either. Pecker's got the core, like they're building a bastion of their own. The welcoming committee scrambles to attention. Didn't expect the kid so soon. They shouldn't have let their guard down. Getting that core was one thing. Getting out's gonna be another. He digs his way out of the clearing, but the wilds won't let him go without a fight.
Cowboy time.
Wallflowers survived the Calamity. It toughened him up. Same goes for the kid. Kid's faster than a slinger with those guns. By now, kid's got more needles in him than a stab weed. A handful of windbag shipments made it out this far. Kid's seen the last of them. Good thing pin cushions can't see where they're shooting. Slinger Jawson's old outpost is all that's left of him. Kid sticks to his old standbys. Don't ever turn your back on a pin cushion. Kid's roused up half the wilds by now.
Alright, how do I get out of here?
All too easy to lose one's way out in the wilds.
Yeah, here's the way.
Then Kid gets the feeling he's being watched. Not by me, by a lunkhead. And lunkheads ain't fond of two-legged animals. Hit him anywhere but the hindquarters and you only make him mad. The Wild's already reclaimed this place. Leave it to the kid to make time for stomping swamp weeds. He's anxious to get back. After all, he's got the final core. His journey's over, right? Well, no, it ain't. Not by a long shot.
My journey.
Kid knows something's up when we ain't there to give a warm welcome. See, Zolf and I were just wrapping up a heated discussion. Zolf can barely muster the words. The calamity failed, he says, but I will not. And with that, Zolf leaves us here, alone. Zolf cursed the city, cursed the bastion, cursed me, said he was going home. When Zolf got through reading that journal, he just snapped, started smashing up the monument till I tried to stop him. He ain't all that shy. Zolf banged up the monument pretty bad. But there's a way to put her back together. The shards.
Damn.
We're gonna need all of them to nurse the bastion back to health.
Been scrunched.
The city brought the shards to the wilds. Now the kid's gonna bring them back.
I think this is my favorite level.
After Zolf's little episode, kid sets off in search of shards.
Mary Sarah's is
First
really
stop,
fun.
Jawson Bog. You'll get lost in that bog, I told the kid, and I won't be able to guide you back. Well, I let him go. What else could I do? What could any of us do? Zolf put us in a real bind. Hurt the bastion bad. But the shards can make it better. They're like smaller doses of the core's medicine. Shame the only place to fill that prescription is out here in the wilds. This place is intoxicating.
Yeah. We out here doing drugs.
Don't know where he's gone. Might be gone for good for all I know. Wherever he is. Somewhere I never been. Somewhere I never want to go. There's no way out.
Okay. Let's try not to get murdered that time. Or this time.
The dead welcome him with open arms. Kid pops him good. a survivor? No, ma'am. It's a lonesome ghost of a gas fella. What do you say to a kid who's seen too much? I'm Zolf of Ligura. Pleased to make your acquaintance. Now the kid sees something stranger still. Did anybody else survive? Sure enough, he finds peckers, lunkheads, wallflowers, pincushions, vine apples, swamp weeds, ankle gaiters.
There we go. Ow.
Kid can't fall, no matter how hard he tries. Now the bastion can send him even farther, into the wild unknown. Kid sets foot inside one of Ceylondia's famous watering holes. The security's just gonna have to straighten him out. He has the nerve to flash the shield he stole. He's a petty thief. Kid succeeds where the calamity failed. Would you look at what he did to poor old Rondi the bartender? Proper story's supposed to start at the beginning. It's so simple with this one. Now here's a kid whose whole world's alright, snoozing there on a rock in the sky. He wakes up. I'm just fooling. He sees what's left of the rippling walls. Years of work undone in an instant. He sees what's left of Pith, the bull. The gods, they're all undone. He sees what's left of his lifelong friend. His friend, he's come undone too.
I like how this is sort of just showing all the kids' anxieties.
He sees what's left undone. Thought we'd lost him, but he finally comes to. The shard ain't lost either. Not anymore. Now to find a ticket out of this hole. Bootlickers stick their nasty thorns into his heels. Disgusting things. Hard to get a sure footing in the bog. Ever heard of a lung blossom? It's bigger than the stories say. The breath on that thing, like a scumbag sprung a leak. They say one whiff of lung blossom can make you lose your mind. Well, the kid prunes it down to size somehow.
Yoder. Sure I didn't miss the little collectible item. There's usually one per map. Oops. Might have missed it. Let's check back here first. Okay, because I can't go back. Never mind.
Mother only knows what happened in the bog. Kid never much cared to speak of it.
Bah.
A shard is like a poor man's core, but beggars can't be choosers. That's it. A few more shards like that, and we'll be back in business. A single shard can breathe new life into this place. The shard's got enough juice to spruce up any of these places. Ain't saying much, but that's the greatest forge in all the city. To master the musket, you gotta get rid of the recoil. Never could ask for a song.
Let's see what we got. Nothing super new.
Now he can shoot that fang repeater all day long.
Make my life easier when I'm doing the string repeater. Let's see. I'm gonna go buy Stabson. No, I guess I'm not gonna buy Stabson. Never mind. I don't have the money. I shall buy that later then. So
Fetching fizz is like a mouthful of nails, but the benefits are worth it. The city tried to use the shards to stake out the wilds. So much for that plan.
yeah, let's take a peek here, see what the rewards are. I forget what they are.
You have to think fast to survive the wilds, and none thought faster than the slingers. They could shoot their pistols with the speed of a machine.
Something stringy.
They knew just when to start shooting and when to stop. Those pistols could spit out rounds just as quick as you could pull the trigger. Learning to hold your fire can be its own challenge. The slingers were much quicker than the average pistolier.
Yeah, let's go back to Skyway. What?
Well, even the slingers weren't quick enough to escape the calamity. We ain't much for pleasantries. The city's unwanted things all met their end in the yard. Folks who fouled up would do their time here, smashing things to bits. The quicker they worked, the sooner they could go. Work in the yard did have its risks. Folks learned to plant their feet and put their backs into it. Others would plot a course to navigate that sea of junk. A good day's smashing could feed a family for a week.
I could do that. Let's try that again.
Kid pays another visit to the scrapyard for old time's sake. Worked too slow and all you got was a sore back. Some folks invested their earnings to forge even better hammers.
Okay, I don't necessarily have to destroy 100% of the stuff. Just need to destroy what I can.
Always plenty there for smashing.
Alright, not giving up. If I upgrade my hammer,
Ever want to just smash things for a while? You know where to go.
I think I'll do one more level, and then I might call it quits.
Ankle gators used to roam the wilds, and they nested at Rothus Lagoon. Many a tale folks used to scare their children straight originated here. Can't get hasty in a place like this. All kinds of beasts we don't know up from down, still lurking about. These beasts, they don't like company.
Ah. Yippee!
Only the city's brushers knew their way around the lagoon.
Neat.
Even the brushers learned to fear this place. They used to think that ankle gators were extinct. Well, they ain't. One of them's been living in the tall grass. Turns out Queen Anne got a hold of a shard. Ankle gators love shiny things. Know what smells worse than an ankle gator's breath? A stinkweed. Ain't time for pecker hunting, but the kid can't resist. Can't fight Queen Anne without the proper tools. They say you can't hurt an ankle gator unless it's raining. And it ain't raining. The brushers use their pikes to keep their distance around here. Now the kid can do the same.
My favorite song in the game.
Sharp sticks make Queen Anne nervous, so she backs off a bit. Kid's got a mean throwing arm. Those pin cushions been living off the ankle gator's scraps. Queenie leads the kid into some kind of twisted trap. One bad step in that tall grass and he's Queen Anne's lunch. He holds his ground. Seems the Queen's running out of options. The closer you get to an ankle gator's lair, the thicker the tall grass grows. Kid's gotta make a run for it. That old gator's right on his tail. Queenie must have scared a bunch of peckers out of hiding. Seems even stinkweeds know to stay away from the Queen. Ankle gators don't much care for their young. That's why there ain't many around. Wanna know how to find an ankle gator lair? They use a kid as bait. The shard's sitting in plain view. Now she's coming for him. She's got nowhere else to go. They say if you run across an ankle gator, you better keep running.
Not sure what I'm supposed to do here. I see.
She's starting to get annoyed. He's made her mad. After all that, Kid lets the ankle gator go. Hope Queen Anne don't mind us borrowing from her treasury.
Alright.
All that trouble for a single shard. But you know what? It was worth it. The arsenal's complete, in case we need protection. Want to keep the wilds at bay? Pack yourself a musket and a pike. To fix a brusher's pike, you just need a good length of knife bark. They said Queen Anne was just a folktale. Now there's living proof she ain't. That Gator's a crazy gal, but so is the gal who promised to look after her.
Creature.
Still no mail. Go figure.
Alright. I think with that, I think we're gonna stop for now. I had a lot of fun with this stream. Just a nice little quick thing. I hope you all had fun watching as well. Give me a second. There we are. Yeah, I want to get off for now. I'm probably gonna stream this again. I think I kind of want to beat this game on stream. It'll be a nice quick little thing. This game's a lot smaller than I remember, if I'm honest. I was expecting the first half to fucking take like a little while. Yeah, I might do another stream of this. We'll see if we can get it done. Otherwise, assuming we don't, I shall see you on, what's the next day of stream? Probably Saturday? Maybe Thursday, we'll see. But definitely Saturday. I shall see you later then. I'm gonna throw y'all at Kaneko. See y'all.